Teacher, are the weather there is cold?
Yeah, it's very cold. It's winter. I know you guys are having summer now. Well, actually, you've passed summer. It's probably autumn. Is it autumn for you now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, it's autumn. So here it's spring, but it's still a little bit cold. Look at the heaters on. So cold.
Are you cold?
Yeah. Yes, it's cold. It's very cold. Hello.
Is your country have snow?
No snow. We don't have snow in Melbourne. No snow.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. Who's talking to me? Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Who's talking to me?
Hello, teacher.
Hi, Alice. Hi, Steve. Hi, Iris. I said hello to
Teacher,
Susie. She was the first one here.
teacher,
Yes.
is your country beautiful?
Australia, yes, is very beautiful. Australia is beautiful. You should visit it one day. When you grow up, come and see Australia. We have so many things. You should get on YouTube and have a look at Australian YouTubes about Australia.
Vicky,
Yeah?
Miss Vicky, what time is it in Australia?
The time now is 9:58. So in 2 minutes, it'll be 10 o'clock at night. 10 o'clock at night.
That is very late. You mean you stay up till 12 o'clock?
I do, but I had a nap just before. I had a nap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a bit of a nap so that I can stay up till midnight. It's very difficult sometimes to stay up to midnight if I don't have a nap.
I wouldn't want to wake up until midnight.
Yeah,
Teacher,
that's okay though.
teacher, the weather here is very cool.
It's cool.
Yes?
Is it starting to cool down? Is it?
Yes.
That's good because it's very hot there, isn't it? Sometimes it's unbearably hot.
Sometimes in here have a big rain.
A lot of rain.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good though. It's good for the plants, isn't it? You got to have rain. Good
Yes.
for the plants. All right. So this is what we're doing today, kids. We're going to bring together. Okay, wait. I'll just wait one more minute because it's 5:50. It's one more minute and we'll start. Is it nearly 7 o'clock for you now? What time is it there in Vietnam?
In Vietnam it is 8 or 6 with 8 or 6 already, and then in Singapore it is 8.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock at night? No, it's got to be 7.
Yeah, in Singapore. In Singapore it is 8 lah.
Ah, you're in Singapore, Ruby.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. What about?
I was born in Vietnam but live in Singapore.
I understand. What about in Vietnam? What time is it there? It must be like 7 or something. Is that right?
7.
7, yeah, good. That's right. We're 3 hours apart. All right, kids. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you all. Put your cameras on so I can see your beautiful faces. Also, I'd like everyone to please grab one of these photocopies. Has everybody got one of these? Good. Yes, Dal. Good, Tom. So just show me that you have this photocopy to begin with. All right. Now, what I'd like everyone to do is go back to the beginning of our 10-week course, because today is actually the last day, but it's not the last day for you guys because I owe you one more lesson. I remember I was sick one time. That was on the 9th of August. I was sick that day So we're going to go back and do that next week. Okay. Now you guys didn't do space. We're going to do space together next week. So today is going to be, we're going to put it all together, but I owe you a lesson on space. All right. Now, kids, let's go back to the very beginning of our 10-week session, and I want you all to remember the art elements. Okay, let's go through them. Okay, so the art elements. The first one was, read with me. What does it say there?
Line.
Line. Do you remember we drew all those beautiful lines, and we actually, see, I will try to remind you. Who remembers this activity that we did? Do you remember this one with all those lines, and we gave them
I remember that one.
names as well, and then I asked you to do some more lines down here. Yeah, do you remember those? So this was the first art element. Everybody say art element.
Art element.
Art element.
Okay, now art elements are things that we see in all pictures. Okay, whenever you see a picture or a painting or an image, you see one of these elements that we are going to talk about today and that we have talked about in the last 10 weeks. So the first one we did was line. Do you remember that gorgeous picture that you guys drew with the image in the middle? Do you remember this fantastic image that you guys drew?
I remember that.
No,
Yeah.
we haven't done that picture yet.
You haven't done that, Tom?
No, I'm new to this class.
Oh, Tom and Steve, you guys weren't here for the very first class.
Cool. Me too.
Oh, that's too bad, Iris. Okay, so this is what we did. We talked about lines. We looked at all these lines. Yeah. And then we created this amazing image. We drew a circle in the middle with a compass, and then we drew all these lines, and then we put all these amazing lines in there. Okay, so this is what we did when we looked at line. All right, next one. Who remembers the next one on this list? What was the next thing that we did?
Value.
Yeah, Alice, good girl. So the next one was color. Let me remind you of what we did with color. Now we did the color wheel, right? And we also talked about what are the 3 important words that we learned about on this color wheel?
Primary.
Yes, Alice, primary. The second one was?
Secondary.
Secondary and?
Tertiary.
Good, Susie, tertiary. Who said tertiary? Somebody said tertiary. Good. 3 key words here. And we also looked at hue, tint, shade, and tone, if you remember those as well. Okay, so this is what we did for color. Very good. We're just going to remember all the things that we did in the last 10 weeks. Now, what's the next one? Who remembers the third one that we talked about?
Value.
Yeah, value. Now, if you remember, with value, we did our apples.
Oh,
Remember those? And we talked about the dark and the light of an object. Yeah. Remember we did our value scale. Were you here for that one, Tom? Were you here for this?
We didn't do that drawing.
Oh, Tom, oh, look at Dell. Everybody have a look at Dell. Can everybody see Dell's work? Hang on, Dell, let me spotlight you. That's it, Dell. Good girl. That's what we did. Amazing work. So what we learned here was how to use value to create a three-dimensional object. Good girl, Del. All right, continuing on from this value activity, we did the 5-grade scale from dark to light, and we did it in pencil as well. All right, so there's that. Now, just give me a second. All right. Who remembers the next one? Anybody? Let me show you this. Maybe you'll remember. Maybe you'll remember if I show you this.
Shapes.
Yay, good girl, Ruby. Shapes, how certain shapes make up pictures. Yeah. So all of you remember these shapes that we talked about. Just put those there so you can look at them. Circle, square, triangle, rectangle, oval, heart, diamond, star, crescent, half circle, and there's so many more. Okay, good. So this is what we did when we talked about shapes. And then we colored our paper, and then we cut out the images. We cut out all those different shapes, and we made pictures out of them, didn't we? Good. Who remembers the next one? After shape, there's?
Texture.
Say again?
Texture.
Texture. Who said texture? Was that you, Alice?
Texture.
Texture. Okay, excellent. Now remember, when we looked at texture, we looked at all the different kinds of techniques. Do you remember these ones?
Yes.
Okay, so we looked at hatching, cross hatching, stippling. Stippling means when you dot. And then we did scribbling, circling, and then finger blending. Yeah. So this is all the texture that we looked at. And this is what we're going to do today. Okay, we're going to use some of these techniques that we learnt. All right. Okay, so this is our texture activity. Now, who remembers? Well, actually, you can't remember. You know why? Because you guys didn't do this. That was the day I was sick. Yeah? And it was space. We're going to do that next week. Okay? We're going to do space next week.
Miss Vicky,
Yes.
is the space something about the future?
No, it's not about the space that we go into the sky. No. It's something different. It's about three-dimensional, one perspective space drawings. Yeah, and we're going to, I'll show you what we did for space. This is just one of them. I'll show you what we're going to do next week. Okay, see this? Can everybody see this? We have a foreground and a middle ground, right? And then the background where the horizon line is. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to do something similar. But we also did, let me show you some other space activities that we did in class.
That picture is beautiful.
You like that? Who said it's beautiful?
E.
You liked it, Dal? Good. You're
Yes.
going to love next week's lesson then. Okay. Make sure that you're going to take photocopies, the photocopies that I show you. All right. So this is what we're going to do next week. You see this picture? 1 point perspective, and we're going to draw this picture on a piece of paper like this. Can everybody see that? Like buildings, 2 buildings. There's the road, right? We did some finger blending there as well. All right, this is another version. All right, and we're going to do a 1 point perspective with objects. Look at that. See that? So all of these objects are going in. So this is something that we're going to do next week. All right, guys? Make sure you take the photocopies. The photocopies are that one there. All right? I'm going to send these to you. As soon as we finish this lesson, I'll send these to you so you can photocopy them. All right. So space, 1-point perspective, as well as using the technique where something is in front, whatever's in the foreground is in front of us. And then we have the middle ground, which is middle size. And then on the horizon line back there, we have something that is in the background and it makes it look smaller. So this gives you the illusion of space, doesn't it? That this is in front, middle, and back. See the different size houses? Yeah. All right. So that's what space is all about. I'll just put these aside. All right. Now, the next one is, should I say the last one is form. Okay, there you have it. So that's all of it. Okay. I'm just looking for something that I've misplaced. Hang on, guys. All right. So whenever we look at a picture, we always see one or two or three or all of these things. Okay. So when the next time you look at a painting, I want you to see how many of these you can actually see in the picture. Okay. I want you to be able to analyze a picture. Okay. If you're going to be an art student, you need to know what these are and how to look for them in a picture or in a painting. Now, we have, how many of these ice creams do we have? Okay, let's count them. We start with this one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 ice creams here, right? Now here, how many do we have? How many elements do we have? 7. So we're missing 1. We have to do 1. And so that 1 is what we're going to do.
Pattern.
We're going to use one of the art principles. Do you remember?
Pattern.
Yes. How did you know that?
Well, I remember it.
How do you remember? Okay, good. So do you remember our art principles? We haven't finished them. We only wrote them all the way down, right? Balance, pattern, repetition, unity, contrast, movement, emphasis. This is how we use our elements, right? Art principles is how we use our elements. Now, we talked about balance. Remember, we did radial balance, and we talked about pattern and repetition. And today, here on this page, we are going to use all the art elements and then one principle. And the one principle is going to be pattern. So I want everybody now here, all the way around their piece of paper, I want you to write all the art elements. It doesn't matter what order they are. All right. I've got, if you have a look at the chat, I am going to.
Do we need to write all of these names?
Yes, I want you to write them all the way around. And then the last one, everybody have a look at the chat. I'm going to give you this list of art elements. All right. And you write them all the way around, just like this. Can everybody see how I've got them all the way around? See that? Go. Start writing. So we need space, form, color, line, texture, value, shape, and pattern. It doesn't matter what order they are. You can put them in any order you like. Off you go. Grab a pen or a pencil and start writing this all the way around on this piece of paper. Okay, here, I want you to write it all the way around. I just have to photocopy this one. Just so that I can work on it again, because I didn't take too many photocopies. I have to just photocopy that one. So next week, look what we're going to do. Look at this amazing picture. See that? Remember I showed you the picture of the houses? We're going to draw the houses, and this is the photocopy you need to take. Okay, everybody needs to photocopy this picture for next week. All right, I'm going to send that to you on Zello. And this is another one that shows space, not the space in the sky, how we create the illusion of space by making something big, middle, and then the background. All right, so look out for those. I think there are about 2 or 3 photocopies. Okay, we're going to do that later. Has everybody written them?
Yes.
Why I didn't take too many photocopies. Sorry, I just needed to take that photocopy one more time. Hang on, give me 1 second. Okay, there it is. All right, so as you can see now, I'm going to write all those words all the way around. So line, shape, doesn't have to be in any order. What have I got? Color. Yeah, color. And then I've got value. And
Teacher, can I use pencil to write?
yes, yes, of course. Texture. And did I do space? No, space. And form. And then the last one is going to be pattern. Okay. All right, so that's what we're doing so far. And just showing you an example of what we did for pattern. We used pattern in this way. Who remembers this tribal art template that we looked at? Do you remember this? Yeah, we looked at all the different patterns, and then what we did is we used them on some other images, and we actually used those in a mandala. Do you remember those? Do you remember that activity? All right, kids. So let's move on. I'm just going to give you, I'm going to show you what I did with the other class. That was one version. And then, of course, there's this version. All right. I'm going to repost this on the chat. All right. Copy and Control V, paste. All right, everybody have a look at on the chat and you'll see an image of this. Okay, so you can have it, you can download it, you can look at it while we're doing these activities together. But I want you all not just to copy mindlessly. We're going to revisit what we learned. Now, some of you weren't here from the beginning of our class, and that's okay. We're going to do it together. All right, so let's start with line. Okay, I want everybody to remember what are some of the line activities that we talked about, and I want you to use those. Okay, use any of these that we looked at. You want to do the dotted line, you want to do a zigzag line or a dashed line, you want to do those mouse ears or the swirls. You can do whatever you like. Everybody have a look at what I did with my line here.
Teacher, can you take a picture of the line, because like the kind of line you show, because I don't have that paper.
This piece of paper?
Yeah,
Absolutely, yes. You weren't here for that, were you, Lamb?
I finished
Okay.
Finished
Yeah, that's all right, guys. Never mind. That's okay. Let me take a photo of it. Oh, I have to do it this way because it's not coming up. Now, the problem is that hang on. You know what my problem is? The chat is not attached to it. The chat. Wonder why I can't do that.
You need to try.
The chat comes out on a different V. The chat comes on a different window. Anyway, I did it. I did it another way. I wonder why it does that. Did everybody get it? Did you get that one? Lamb, did you get it? I'll do this one as well.
Yes, thank you.
These are the activities we did for line. And there's the other one. Okay, so find whatever line you like and let's start drawing it in. Now, can you see my line? There's one example, right? And the other example is this one. See how I've used swirls here? You're welcome, Del and Tina, yes. All right, so what am I going to do? Let me have a look at some of these lines that we did a long time ago. I'm going to do a wavy line in the background. Okay, I'll do a few of those. Yep.
Can I draw the line I want?
Say that again.
Can I draw the line I want?
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's going to do something different. Everybody needs to do their own design. All right, and then I'm going to do some zigzags. Okay. In the background, what can I do here? I'm going to just do a swirl. And then I'm going to do one of these crisscrosses. I like these swirly whirly lines. What can I do? Oh, I really like these ones. Okay. And of course here for the cone, I'm going to do this one here, the one I did there, right? Because that's the shape that we often see on a cone, don't we?
I finished.
Yep. Show me your work.
Wait for me a second. I forgot that I have to draw.
Teacher, can I color it?
There it is. I found it. Yeah. Well, tell you what. Let's leave the line, just line. No, you don't want to color it. Hey, Steve, what are you doing? You've continued. I see that you've continued on to color. Okay. Yep. But make sure, Steve, I don't want you to make yours exactly like mine, okay? I want you to do something different. Okay, that's why you have to be creative now. Is it creative when we just copy? Not really. When we just copy other people's work, you know? I want you guys to be super creative and I want you to create your own designs. Yeah. You guys don't get the chance to be very creative.
Because I
So,
thought we need to copy. And
yes, I know sometimes you need to copy, but today I want you to be creative and I want you to design your own background, your own images. Okay, so line, that's how my lines go. But you know what? I feel as though it kind of got lost. So I'm just going to outline it. I'm going to outline the ice cream just so that it can stand out a bit more because it's sort of getting lost with all of these different lines that I'm doing. Ice cream got a little bit lost. So I'm just going to emphasize it. Now, if you guys don't have markers, that's perfectly okay. You can use textures. And if you wanted to do it in color textures as well, that's perfectly okay. All right. I am ready for, what am I ready for? What's your next one? I'm going to do shape. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do shape now. Now, my shapes, if you remember, are all of these, okay? Now, what you're going to choose is up to you, all right? I'm going to draw some triangles. Oh, that's a square. There's a triangle, a circle, a crescent. What else can I do? A diamond.
A circle.
Circle. I'm going to do circles all the way across here. I'm going to draw some triangles. I'm going to do an upside down triangle. So triangles, upside down triangles. Okay. And I'll do some diamonds here. Okay, and look what I've done in the background. Oh, look what I've done with my other shape picture. Have a look at that one and have a look at that one. So I've just gone and done the background like a star, like this. All right, and then where's my textures? Where are my markers here? And I'm going to grab my colors. I'm going to color them in, all different colors. And the background, I'm going to do dark, just black and white. Oh, this color's not working very well. I wonder why this color's not working. It was working yesterday.
I am still in color.
Are you still in color?
Teacher,
Yeah.
figure out that green and orange mixed with each other will be brown.
Oh, okay. Wait, are you using paint?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Here's
I
what
did-
I draw.
Show me.
Here's what I draw.
Well,
Wait for
I don't
the
know if we
second.
need to use paint. I think it might get a little bit messy because it's quite a small area. It's only an A4 size paper. And I don't know if, and it's not exactly the right kind of paper for paint, if you know what I mean. So I don't know, it's up to you, but I would avoid using paint on here today. This paper is photocopy paper and nobody really likes to paint on this kind of paper because it just doesn't absorb the paint. Yeah, it just sits on top. But that's okay. If you want to use paints, go right ahead. But I'm going to be using crayons, markers. I'm going to be using
Color pencil.
color pencils. Yep, markers.
Oh, teacher, I have markers, but now my mom finding it for me. It's lost.
Oh, she can't find them. What
I
else?
finished my shape.
All right, when you guys finished your shapes, all right, when we finished doing the shapes on the ice cream, I want you to show me, okay? Show me your beautiful work. Ooh, I can't see, Iris. You have to bring it a little bit closer. Yes, you've done the line. Have you done the shapes one? Oh, no, hang on. Is that the shapes one? Wait, is that the line or the shapes, Iris?
Which one?
I don't know. Which one are you showing me?
You mean the cone?
Yeah. So is that the line one? But does that say line or does that say shape? Ah, because I can't really see it. It's not very clear. Wait, let me
It's shape.
spotlight you. I'll spotlight
shape.
you just to make you a little bit larger. Show me again. Don't move for a second. Yes. So you've basically just got, yes, I see it now. Good. Now I want you to color those in. Can you do that, please, Iris?
Okay.
Good girl. Okay, so now I'm just going to color in my shapes. And I'm going to do orange. Now remember, I don't want you all to copy what I'm doing. I'm just doing whatever I feel like doing. And can you see how all my shapes, every time I do this picture, I make it a little bit different. So make yours the way you like it.
I'm not copying.
Teacher, can
Yeah.
I color can I color by crayon?
Yeah. Can you color with crayon? Absolutely. Yes, crayon's a brilliant idea. Yes.
I have a lot of color pencils.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm going to do my, all right, so we won't color the line one. Yeah, we'll leave the line one with black and white, just with the marker. We don't need to color the line one. Okay, and the purple. Now, did you notice something that I'm using? Do you know the colors that I'm using here together? Does anyone notice what I've done here? I've used the opposite colors on the color wheel. And we didn't, I don't think we talked about the opposite colors, did we? Did we talk about the opposite colors? So the opposite of yellow is purple, the opposite of orange is blue, and the opposite of red, if you remember, is green. So I'm using the opposite colors here just to make it look a little bit more dynamic.
Teacher,
Yeah.
how can I know the opposite color? Because there are too many and I don't know how to
Well, you weren't here
Yeah.
for our color activity, were you, Lamb? Were you here for our color activity? Yeah. So if you were, I was going to say, if you remember, if you look at a color wheel, right, this is yellow, right? If we go exactly opposite, it's purple. Now this is red, it's primary color red. If we go exactly opposite, it's green. And if we go blue, the opposite of blue, if we go exactly opposite, is orange. This we did last, I don't know, when did we do this? I'll tell you when we did this. It was our second lesson. But that's okay. If you didn't do it, you can look it up. Look it up on, you know when you can look it up? On YouTube. Yeah, just have a look at the color wheel.
Can you take a picture so I can look at it and
Yep.
I see it.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Bigger. There you go, Lamb.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I am finished with
Not finished.
my shape one. I've got this one.
Teacher, I'm
Got
not
that
finished.
one. Yep. Hang on, let me put gallery back on so I can have a look at your picture. Yep, show me.
I'm not finished.
Good. Oh, you're not finished, Del?
Yes.
Hurry up. Good. Nice one, Tina. Beautiful. Okay, so I've got this version. I've got this version.
I finished.
Good. That's good, Alice. 1, 2, and then I have this version. So I have 3 different versions here. All right. Good, Steve, but I want you to wait for us, okay? We're going to do one at a time together. So wait for us. All right, and then there's color. Now, what I want you to do, now listen to me. I want you to do all the primary colors together and all the, all right, so what we're going to do, all right, just give me 1 second. I want everyone with this color, I want you to draw the color wheel. First, we're going to draw the primary colors. Who remembers the primary colors? What are the primary colors, guys?
Red,
Yep,
yellow,
yep,
Blue.
yep.
Blue.
So I'm going to start with red down the bottom here. So red. All right, so we're going to color the ice cream in all the primary colors except the cone. The cone's going to be brown. which is not, it's not a primary, it's not a secondary. So there's my first primary, right? And then the next one is going to be yellow. So all the primary colors together. And now the last primary color to be blue. You can do these in crayons, you can do these in colored pencils or markers. All right, now I'm going to do one more red here because the cherry is normally red, isn't it? All right, now I'm going to turn my background. All right, I'm going to separate my background. I need a pencil. I need a pencil, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate that into 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. Can you see the background there? And I'm going to use my secondary colors, which are, who remembers what the secondary colors are?
Green.
Yes.
Green.
Yes. Purple and orange. Good. So you need to take these 3 colors and just use them anywhere you want. I'm going to put my first one is going to be orange. I'm going to put orange up here. Oh no, my neck. You know, I sprained my ankle yesterday. I sprained my ankle. I fell.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Are you okay now?
Well, not really. Not really. I'm limping. Yeah, I can't walk properly. My ankle is bruised. It's black and it's swollen and it hurts. Oh, it doesn't hurt that much. Okay, so there's my first secondary color. And I'm going to do my second secondary color here, my green. And my last one. Now, these secondary colors are called secondary because we can't, we have to make these with another 2 colors, don't we? Yeah. These can be made by using 2 primary colors. Do you remember which 2 primary colors we used to make purple? Who remembers? How do we make
Red and blue.
Blue.
Red and blue.
red and blue? Yeah. How do we make
Like
correct? How do we make orange?
Red.
Yellow plus red.
Yep, red and yellow. How do we make green?
Same like you.
Yellow and blue.
Yellow.
Yep.
Yellow.
And blue.
So this is correct. You guys are good. You guys are good because you remembered. But I think you guys already know that. They probably teach you that at your school, do they? Do they teach you that at
Teacher, can
school?
you do not the same like you?
You want to do the
I
same as me?
know it when I watch YouTube.
Can I
Yeah.
do not the same like you?
You don't have to do it the same as me, no. But I really wanted you to do this one the same as me because I wanted you to all use all the colors of the color wheel. That's why I asked you to do it like this. You don't if you don't want to, you don't have to, but it'd be nice if we got all the colors in there, because some people use certain colors and they don't use
We
other colors.
have to draw the shape.
No, you don't. Alice, you don't. No. But I want you to put all the colors of the
Finished.
color wheel. How many colors do we have on the color wheel? Primary and secondary. Yeah, we're not talking about tertiary colors because you can't really mix them unless you have paint. You can't really mix them.
I
All
finished.
right. Good. Beautiful. Looks fantastic, Alice. Good. That's good, Iris. Good. Fantastic. Now, I have got next in line, I've got value. Where's your value? All right. Let's have a look. First of all, you are going to need a pencil. Okay. You're going to use
Is it
a pencil.
value or form?
This is value, yes. Value and form are very similar. Okay, now I want you to have a look at my value. Look at the background. Can everybody see the back? Who remembers what we did when we looked at value scale from dark to light? So what I'm going to ask you to do is grab a ruler, right? And I want you to draw about, look how many lines I'm going to draw. There's 1, 2, you don't have to measure these, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe one last one. Okay, so it doesn't matter. They have to be like about a finger in width. And now I'm going to draw my background first. I'm going to do my background, not my ice cream, just the background. And do you remember our scale, our value scale, how we went from really dark to really light? Okay, that's what I want you to do here. So I'm going to take my pencil. I'm going to make sure that this first scale, this first step is going to be the darkest. Now press as hard as you can without breaking the pencil, okay? In a grey lead. I want this to be in grey lead.
Oh my gosh, teacher, I look like zombie. Look.
Oh, how did you do that? Oh, you're working with paint. You can't. I don't know if you're going to be able to do this in paint. I need you to use a grey lead now, Susie, yeah, for this part.
Teacher, can we use that, but use a marker to color it a light, the gray, and a darker, and a darker, and a darker? Can we do that?
I don't think a marker is going to do this. It's going to make it the same tone. It's going to make it all dark. So that's why I want you to get a pencil, okay? Because I don't know, were you here when we did value? You weren't here, Tom, were you? So yeah, I see how you're going to struggle with some of these because you weren't here for those lessons. Now it has to be in a grey lead pencil, Tom. Now the next step is to go to the next one, but I have to make it just a little bit lighter. So I'm going to press hard, but not as hard as I did just now. It's got to be a shade lighter, right? Now, that's why we always start with the darkest one, because we know that we're going to press as hard as we can. Now here, I don't want to go too light too suddenly because I've got all these other steps to make. Can everybody see the difference between my really, really dark step, right? And then the very next one, how it's just a little bit lighter. Yep, I can see the difference. Can you see the difference? Can you guys see the difference between the really dark and then the lighter one? And of course, as I move down the scale, I'm going to make it even lighter.
Teacher,
Yeah.
is this right?
Yeah, but you've gone down, Dal. That's good. Yes, Alice. But I want you to go gradually. Yeah, I want you to go very slowly, one step at a time, always going just a little bit lighter until you get to the very, very light one. Now there are quite a few steps there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. The more steps you have got, the harder it is to get the differences. All right, now, next thing I want you to do is grab a pencil, where are my pencils, or a crayon, and I want you to, I'm going to use purple, I want you to create value by making it dark on the outside, and as you move towards the center of this ice cream scoop, right, I want you to go lighter. So we're going to create value, but without the differences in scale. We're not going to make sharp edges or lines. We're going to go gradually from dark, and then as we approach the center of this scoop, we're going to go much, much lighter. Can everybody see how I'm gradually moving from dark on the edges? All right, I'm going to go very, very dark, just like I pressed really dark here for the dark one. I'm going to go, wait, let me just bring this a little bit closer.
Can I use
I didn't hear you, Iris, say that
one
again.
of my favorite colors?
Yeah,
Can I
you
use what I like?
You can use whatever colors you like, but make sure it's a pencil, yeah, like a colored pencil.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Can you see how I've created the ice cream scoop? All right, can everybody see what I've done here? I've gone from dark, which is the dark on the edges, and I don't want to see the differences, you know, I don't want to see the sharp lines that transition from the dark to the light. I want it to go gradually, okay? These are the kinds of coloring techniques we use when we want to make something look real and three-dimensional, okay? And what I said, you've got to go really, really dark on the edges. And as we move closer to the center, we go lighter, but we don't want it to be obvious. We don't want an obvious jump. Yeah, we want it to just move slowly. When I say gradually, what do I mean by that word? I want you to move gradually towards the light. Gradually means slowly. All right, what other color can I use now? I'm going to use red. I need to sharpen my pencil. Again, I'm going to go really, really dark on the edges. And as I move closer to the center, but very, very slowly, I'm not going to jump from one tone to the next. I need to make it transition really, really slowly. Okay. Nice and smoothly. This is the value scale is in the background, how we did it one step at a time. And then we're using value from dark to light, just like we did with our apples, that whoever was here for that week. When we talked about the apples, we did the apples. We went from dark to light. Okay, there's my 2 ice cream scoops. And what is my last color? I'll go with the blue one. Okay, really dark on the outside and How's it all going, guys? You're going to show me your work? Hold up your work so I can see how you're going. Cherry, take off your background, honey. I can't see your work. Ooh, Helen, looking good. That looks so good. Helen, do me a favor. Can you please put your work on Zello, okay? Everybody needs to put their work on Zello. Iris, looking absolutely amazing. Yes, Steve. Yes. Awesome. Good. Yes, Dell. Good girl. Well done. Tina, you didn't show me your work. Where's your work? And Quinn, yes, good girl. Quinn is, what's your English name, darling? Quinn, Vin Kang. What's your English name? No? What's your name, honey, in English? Quinn? Vin Kang. Oh, honey, I can't hear you. Your volume's not working. Write your name in the chat. Can you write your name in the chat? Can you write your name under your... That's good, Tina. Queen, I can't hear you, honey. I know you're talking to me, but I can't hear you. That's why you have to write your name where it says rename. Just put your English name, but it's okay. If you can't do it, you can't do it. I'm going to use another brown. I keep using browns, don't I? Browns. Oh. Okay. One. So again, I'm going to, for value, I'm going to go for really, really dark on the outside and then slowly moving towards the center. Really, really light. Yeah.
Teacher, I'm not done.
Jerry, you're not finished?
No.
Okay, I'll wait for you. Okay, I finished my value. How are you guys going with your value? Yeah. Good. Keep going, Lamb. Now, for those of you who have finished the value, good, Steve, very good, beautiful. Milky, what are you doing? What are you doing, Milky? Let me see your work, honey. Ah, did you have to draw the picture? Yeah, you couldn't get the photocopy? That's okay. That's good. It's good that you're doing it by yourself. Nice, Del. Beautiful, guys. All right. My next one on here is texture. Do you remember we talked about, let me bring that back up. Texture. There it is. Who remembers this page? So we have created texture by using all these different techniques. We have hatching, cross-hatching, stippling, scribbling. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a texter, right? Because it's going to be a little bit more effective. Now, remember the stippling part? Remember the stippling? I'm going to use that. That's going to be my first one. This. Now, I've got a feeling that where's Lamb's going to ask me to take a photo of this one. So that's what I'm going to do before she even asks. Okay, I'm going to take a photo of this just so I can remind you of all the different techniques. Who has this photocopy? Who has kept all their work from all the lessons that we had? I don't want to go a little bit darker. All right. For those of you who don't remember the activities that we did for texture, you can have a look here. Right, I'm going to do some cross hatching. Okay, so cross hatching, I'm going to go down on the side. And I'm going to go the opposite direction as well. See that? And then I'm going to go. So this is hatching and cross hatching. I'm going to say that. Sorry, I can't hear you. You're not coming across very clearly. Can you say that again?
Use the finger plating.
The thing, yes, but you can't do that with texter. You have to do it with pencil, okay? With marker, you can't do the finger blending with marker. I'm going to do the stippling one. Do you remember the stippling one where it goes darker on the outside? And as we move towards the lighter part, the highlight, we go less dots. So I'm going to make less dots in the middle. All right, so it's very, very dark. I'm going to outline this as well, just to.
Teacher,
Yeah.
I don't know how to do.
The hatching. You don't know how to do the hatching?
Yes.
Well, it's just basically lines. Yeah.
Wow, whatever I watched in the code.
It's just lines. You can do the scribbly one or the circle one. Let me just finish with this stippling. These are the dots. Somebody is talking to me, but their volume is very, very unclear. Okay, I can barely understand. I can't make out what you're saying to me. Maybe you want to write it in the chat. Thanks, Susie. Susie said, I love your work. Do you like my painting? I made a new painting. Do you like my painting in the background? Hang on, let me show you. This is a new painting of mine. You like it?
You made it? Oh my god.
Yep. You like it?
Yes, look very nice. Oh my god.
Thank you.
Teacher, I accidentally colored it.
What did you color?
But I only colored the cone.
Oh, yeah. That's all right. Don't worry. I actually did texture a little bit differently in all of my other pictures. Do you know what I used? I actually used, look at this texture. I actually used the rubbing technique. You know how we took things around the house and we used it as a rubbing technique? I used coins here. I used like money, yeah, and I put it underneath and I did the rubbing technique. But that's okay. We can do anyway. Like texture is 2 different textures. We've got 2 different options.
I don't know how to do.
So have a look at the picture that I just posted. Okay, have a look at the picture that I just posted with all the textures. Have a look at what you can use as a texture. So I'm doing the stippling one. Right, stippling means just dots. Now, the next one I'm going to use, what else can I use? Let me see. I can't do the blending one because the blending one needs a pencil. I might do just the hatching. Hatching is just lines. Okay, there's the hatching one. I'm not going to do the cross hatching because the cross hatching I used for the cone. And this one, I'm just going to do scribbles, scribbles everywhere. See all these scribbles, scribbles, scribbles? I'm going to do more scribbles on the edges. And as I move towards the middle, it's going to be less and less scribbles. Less and less. Go here.
How to do with the background?
The background, what can I do for the background? What can I use for the background? Probably, I might change it actually. And I've got, have you guys, I don't know whether you have it, but I've got something, do you know what this is? This is some ink, yeah? It's a thing that I put into in my printer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it behind there and I'm going to do the rubbing technique. Look what happens when I rub it. Can you see that? That's texture. Does anybody have anything around the house that they can use as texture? I have to do this with pencil. That's good, Lamb. Now, you can do this with under your shoe. If everybody has a look at under their shoe, usually there's a pattern under your shoe. You can use under your shoe. You can use coins. You can use baskets around the house. You can use tiles. What can you use to create texture? Okay. Have you seen my shoe under here? Can you see the patterns on my shoe? Right? See all those beautiful patterns? They make for very good texture. In fact, I'm going to probably do that here. Okay. So all you do is you hold your pencil sideways. Oh, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. So this is what we call texture. And we're doing it the easy way, right? So we have texture doing it the hard way, which is what I did on the cone. And then when we take an object, right, that has texture on it, and we put it underneath the paper and start rubbing, that's when we create another kind of texture, right? You can do that with coins as well. All you have to do is have a look around the house and look what has texture on it. Sometimes it's a basket. Sometimes it's a tile. Ooh, Alice, that's excellent. Good girl. Excellent work. All right. So now space. Are we ready to move over to space? Oh, I forgot my cherry. How am I going to do my cherry? I feel like I want to do my cherry with dots again. Stippling. Now remember, as I move towards the center of the cherry, I make less and less dots. There you go.
Teacher.
Yeah. Hi, Moon. Haven't heard from you today, Moon. Have you been here all along? Are you participating in the activities today? Are you doing these activities, Moon? Oh, I like my texture. I think this is the best one I did. All right. Are we finished with texture? Good,
I'm not
Del.
done.
Good, Lamb.
Teacher, I'm not done.
Okay, I'll wait for you, Cherry. Very nice, Lamb.
Teacher, something happened to my texture. It looks
Oh, that's okay, Lamb. Now, Lamb, you didn't do texture with me, did you? So you're going to find it very difficult to do today.
yeah.
Some of these are going to be difficult for you, I understand, but everyone here has done the 10-week course, so they know what they're doing. It's just that you didn't have that whole lesson. So that's okay. Do what you can today.
Yeah, okay.
Can just have a look at the examples and do what you can. All right, kids, let's move on. Come on, Cherry. Hurry, hurry. We have to move on to space, form, and pattern. Now, do you remember when I talked about space, I told you about what we're going to do for space? And that when we create the illusion of space, we do something large, and then in the background, we do a middle ground and then a background. Foreground, middle background, background. Now, can everybody see here? I'm going to draw a tree, a middle-sized tree. Can everybody see my tree that's hiding behind the ice cream? I'm going to draw it in a little bit. I'm going to draw it in texture just so that you can see. There's my tree, right? And there's the trunk, right? That's a tree that's hiding behind my foreground, my big ice cream. I'm going to do another one, right? Now I'm going to draw my horizon line across the back like this. And here, that's my horizon line. That's the sky. And then I'm going to draw smaller trees in the background. Smaller trees. And this is going to give the illusion that the ice cream is the biggest thing in this picture, and that these trees are smaller because they go back. Yeah, they give you the illusion of space, which is what we're going to do. Thanks, Steve. Steve said my art is amazing. Oh, you're talking about this one here? Thank you.
A sun behind the tree.
Yes, you can definitely put a sun behind the tree. And now all I need to do is color it any way you like. I might use my beautiful markers. These are amazing, these markers. I really like them. I'll do the blue sky first. You guys can put a sun in there for sure. So these are like, they're markers, but they're like paints as well. There's a lot of, can you see how that's just like a very easy to apply marker? Can you see the tip? It's just like very, very, I don't know what the word is. The tip looks like a paintbrush tip. So it's very flexible. Looks like a paintbrush. So do whatever you guys want here as far as color goes. Now, the most important thing here is to show the foreground, which is our big ice cream, the big giant ice cream. And then, of course, the middle ground, which is our middle-sized trees. And then the background, which are our very tiny, teeny tiny trees, showing that they are receding. They're in the background, showing the distance. That's a really big ice cream there, isn't it?
Gigantic ice cream.
Yeah, it's a big, gigantic ice cream in the middle of a landscape. Next week, we're going to understand space a little bit better. All right, what's my next step? I want to do, what do I want to do? I want to do some green grass and what are the grounds? What are the grounds we talked about for space? I know we haven't done it in a great length, but I talked about the foreground. Who can tell me what the middle part is called? Middle ground. And what about the ones in the back? What do we call those ones? The small ones? Background. Yeah, so foreground, middle ground, background. We'll talk about those later. Now, these trees are going to be, they're going to be autumn trees, which means they are going to be full of different colors. Yeah, the oranges, which is your season now, isn't it? It's your season now. You guys just came into autumn. All right. Tree trunks. All right, now what color do I want? I might just make my ice cream pink.
Teacher, can we call?
Yeah.
Can I color the ice cream the color I want?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Don't follow me. Do your own colors for sure. All these ice creams, they're making me miss ice cream. It's winter here, so we don't get to see any ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Do you know? Do you have a favorite ice cream flavor? Mine's chocolate. Love chocolate ice cream.
I like strawberry ice
Mine
cream.
too.
I
I like vanilla and strawberry.
I want
Cup ice cream.
cream too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I like rum ice cream.
Yum. Okay, I'm finished with my space. Oops. Now, with form, is everybody ready to move on?
I haven't finished.
Milky says she likes vanilla. I think that's what you were trying to say, vanilla, in your message. Is that right, Milky? You wanted to say you like vanilla. Yeah? You wrote vanille. I think you meant vanilla. What's that, Moon? Can you show me again, darling? What's that you're trying to show me?
Nothing.
Okay.
This is all my ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Nice one. Beautiful. That's really good, Del. Good job today. Okay, we still have some more to do. That's good, Steve. Good. Fantastic, you guys. And Helen. Ooh, I love the colors. All right, now with form, remember how I told you that form is very similar to value, okay? So basically, we just need to create the value scale for form. What have I done here? Okay, have a look at what I did here for form. Can everybody see this picture? I've used just pencil. Okay, that's what I want you to do. Does everybody have a grey lead? And we need to make, just create basically just how we did value, but I want you to do this in pencil. So I'm going to go dark on the outside, and as we move closer to the center of the ice cream, we just go much, much lighter. Okay. So basically what we did here for value with colored pencil. Yes, Ariana. Oh, Ariana, hold up your work, honey. Let me have a look. Hold up your work. Ariana, I can't hear you. Hold up your work. Hold up your work, honey. Let me have a look. Yeah. Oh, it's so interesting. I love it. I absolutely love what you've done there, Ariana. Good girl. And you're so young. Look at you. You're 6 years old and you've done such an amazing job. Tina, fantastic. Good, Steve. All right. So what we're doing is we are creating form, which means we're making a flat object look 3D, look real and alive, that you can touch it. And this is how we do it, by creating a value. Yeah, this is value from dark to light. Now, I feel as though I've used too much pencil here. So what I'm going to do is rub out some of the center part, just so I can make it look a little bit more highlighted here in the center.
Teacher.
Yes. Yes. And Dal, you can use some finger blending as well. In fact, everybody should do the finger blending one on this one. And I'm just going to highlight.
Teacher, I'm not finished, please.
You're not finished space?
Yes.
That's okay. That's okay, Cherry. You don't have to do it exactly at the same speed as everybody else or with me. You know why? Because you can do this when we finish the class. You can do it on your own. Yeah. So you don't have to rush. Whatever you don't finish in class, you can do at home. All right, I'm going to use my finger blending now. Of course, I have to go and wash my hands when I do the finger blending, don't I? Because it's such a messy technique. And I'm going to just take my rubber. Notice how I'm going to take my rubber and I'm just going to give it that highlight. See that? Now with the background, you can do whatever you like. I'm going to put the cherry. I'm going to have a highlight in the corner. All right, what can we do in the background? Okay, I'm just going to draw some lines, like random lines here and there. That's what I did in this one, right? And then I'm just going to make each one of those little squares. I'm going to make them into some kind of a form. So I'm going to give them a highlight as well. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to make these little squares, these little organic shapes. I'm going to make them into forms. I'm going to give them some form by doing exactly the same. And then I'm going to do the whole finger blending as well. And don't forget to put that shine in with just a little bit of a shine in the middle. Can do that with just rubbing out using my rubber right in the center. Now don't forget, all these are going to be dark on the outside. And then as you move closer to the center, they get lighter. So I'm just going to continue that all the way. So I'm going to probably, oh, this is going to take me ages. I do want to go over these lines though in texture. It's just going to make the separation a little bit easier to see. All right, now I can go over all of them a little bit more easily. So just like I did my ice cream scoops by doing it dark on the edges. But I feel as though I always need to go back and just put the highlight in just by putting a dab of, see what I've done there? I've just put a little dot there because I want that to be the highlight right in the center. So it kind of looks like a padded room. Do you know what a padded room looks like? Like pillows all around. Okay, so this is going to take me forever. Who has finished with their form? Not quite.
I finished.
Yeah, very nice, Alice. Good. Yeah, Tina. Awesome. Good, Alice. It's so nice. Well done.
I'm starting to have it.
Now, for those of you, I'm not finished with my form and I will probably finish it for homework because it's just taking me a long, long time to get done. All right, who can tell me what we're going to do for pattern here? Do you remember those fantastic patterns we created last lesson when we did the tribal art? Where is it? Where is my tribal art? There it is. Do you remember these fantastic patterns? Yeah. So I'm going to use some of these patterns. All right. I want you to have a look at what I did. Yeah. Look at that one. All right. These are examples what I've done in the past. And this one that I did last, I think it was Monday, I actually colored in. Yeah. Can you see all those beautiful patterns I did on the ice cream? So try and use whatever patterns. Yeah. Okay. For example, I'm going to draw. Here's my example. I'm going to draw some spirals. Do you remember those spirals we did? I'm going to draw them here. Spirals going in. They look like snails. Okay. What's another one? Oh, I quite like these teardrops. Do you remember these teardrops? Quite like those teardrops, or not teardrops, raindrops. Okay, they're nice. I quite like, what else can I do? What about these ones? And then these little balls on top. And then on the inside. And then I color these in. So these are our patterns. Of course, you don't have to do it exactly like me. In fact, I don't want you to do it exactly like me. I want you to get creative. With the cherry, I'm going to just go around and around. around. I think here for the cone, I kind of just want to go zigzag, zigzag, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then with the zigzag, they actually look like triangles. Notice how they look like triangles? Not triangles, diamonds. Yep. Am I going this way? Yep. And if you wanted to, you could just probably go around it. But now I'm going to color my pattern in. I'm going to color it in just colors. I might use crayons this time. Well, I can use those textures again. Right? Wow. That is one pretty ice cream. What do you think of my patterned ice cream? I quite like it. And maybe on the outside, I kind of just want to do right. These are my really cool markers. So easy to use. Oh, there was a lot of ink that just came out there. I need a tissue. That's the problem with these markers. They give off a lot of color sometimes. Purple.
Teacher, look at my picture.
What's that, Susie?
A rose.
Did you do that today?
Yes.
Oh, aren't you doing the work that we're doing today? Aren't you doing your ice creams today?
I finished it.
That's awesome. That's really, really good. I like watermelon, melon, milk, tea, chocolate, and coconut. Iris was telling me her favorite ice cream flavors. My daughter loves watermelon. She likes watermelon in just about any kind of food that you can imagine. Like she likes watermelon chewing gum. Yes, we do have watermelon chewing gum here. And we have watermelon, I don't know, ice cream, watermelon, like candy and things like that. So she loves anything to do with watermelon. I, on the other hand, don't.
Does she love rice watermelon? Rice watermelon.
Ice cream. She likes watermelon in all the flavors you can imagine. She likes watermelon candy. She likes watermelon ice cream. She likes watermelon wherever she can find it. All right. So, my pattern is coming along. Really enjoying these. This pattern one was my favorite, I think. Which one is your favorite so far? Which one has been your favorite one to do? Who can tell me what their favorite one to do was today out of all the elements and the one principle?
I like color.
You like the color one that we did?
Yes, it's beautiful and easy.
Yeah. Ah,
Oh, I like it.
you like the color one?
I like the value.
The value.
I like the line.
I like the shape.
Everybody's got something different. That's pretty cool. Now, with this pattern, I feel as though I need to do something else just as a pattern. And
Teacher, can you take a picture of the value? Oh, sorry, pattern.
you want to, which are these ones here?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. Teacher, this is all my picture.
Yeah, Dal. Have you finished everything?
Yes.
Have you done it all? Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. All right, let me just take a photo of this for our new friend Lamb. Now, Lamb, I haven't finished these, okay? You just so that you know I haven't finished those. There you go. There's a whole lot more different patterns than this. In fact, we had a
Teacher,
whole... Yes.
my mom taking a photo of my ice cream on Zalo. You can see it.
Oh, good. I can't see Zello now because I've got my phone here. I'm using my phone. I'm using my phone for this, where I've got my wiggly fingers. I've got two, yeah? Ooh, Tina. Guys, you need to put this on Zello. I want everyone to show me their work, okay? Good, Milky. You did yours all by yourself today. I'm so pleased.
I finished. Oh,
Good, Steve. That's great. Did you enjoy doing those? Did you enjoy your day, Alice? Fantastic. Fantastic, everybody. Everybody did such a great job. Wait. There it is. Is that the one that I did today? Yeah, this is the one. I kind of want to do this background though.
Teacher,
Yes.
how many days do you teach me?
Today is the 10th week, but because I had one day off, remember how I was sick one day? So it's 9 weeks. So
Okay.
9 weeks. We're doing our 9th week today, but I owe you one more lesson, and that is about space. Yeah. So we're going to go back.
Can you speak slowly, please?
Oh. This is, wait, Susie's got her hand up. Hang on, Susie, let me just talk to Del for a minute. So this is our 9th week, number 9. Okay, 9th week. So I owe you one more, right? One more week, and then it's going to be 10.
Okay.
Next week is our last week, but we'll do it again. Who wants to do art next time? Who wants to continue with art? Put your hand up if you want to continue with art. Everybody. Good, Milky. Show me your work. Wow, Ariana, that's awesome. Milky, that's awesome. Now look at Milky. Milky didn't have the photocopy, but she had to do it all by herself. That's excellent. Milky, please put that up on Zello, yeah? All right. I'm very, very pleased with my final piece. What we did is we took everything that we learned. We took everything that we learned and we put it together in one picture. I'm just going to continue with my form here. I need to finish this for sure. Did everybody start school today? Did they? Was today your first day back at school or did you start this week?
I started today. I just have.
Yes. Yeah. Today is the first day.
Ah, that's great. Are you happy? Is everybody
The
happy to be back at
ceremony,
school?
but 3 and 4 days ago, my school.
Okay. Is everybody happy to be back at school?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You know.
You guys had like 3 whole months off. Is that how long you have holidays, summer holidays for 3 months?
I go to my hometown.
Yeah. To your
I
hometown.
traveled to Thailand.
I go to my hometown and I'm like that 1 week.
Traveled to Thailand. Traveled to Thailand.
Today I
All
have.
right. I didn't quite catch what everybody said because you're all talking together. Okay, what's the best thing that you like about art? What do you like about art? Who can tell me one at a time? What's the best
I
thing you
like
like
to
about
draw
art?
some picture and color it.
Yep.
I like creating.
Oh,
Creative things.
I reckon that's the most fun part of all is to create something.
Yeah, I like value.
You like value.
Yes.
Like color.
Some people like color.
I like color.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, everybody put in the chat, what is their favorite art element? What is their favorite art element? Everybody write it in the chat. What's your favorite?
My journey.
Is it color? Is it line? You can't use pattern because I asked you what your favorite element is, yeah? 'Cause pattern is not an element. Pattern is a principle. Form and value. Lamb says form and value. Yes, because it makes it look real. Helen likes shape. Cherry likes value. Steve likes form. Alice likes color. Sunny likes color. And Dell likes color. I think color is the winner because we have 3 colors.
1, 2, 3. I like swimming.
Which one did you say, Cherry? You like swimming? We're not talking about activities.
Someone type swimming.
We're talking
Teacher,
about
someone type I like swimming
Milky.
in the chat box.
No, no, Milky, we're not talking about what activities we like to do. We're talking about which elements we like. Okay. What are the elements? What are your favorite elements of all these elements that we did here today? Which is your favorite? Value. I think I would go for value and form. I agree with lamb. They're the best ones, aren't they? Because they're very effective. It just makes the picture come alive, you know, it actually jumps out. Okay, now on Zello, I want everyone to look out for the photocopies that you have to, I'm going to try and put those on now before I go to bed. And I want you to photocopy the stuff that I give you, okay? Tina says happy, happy. Because I like colors, it's easy to color and beautiful too. Shapes, pattern. Ruby likes pattern, but Ruby, pattern is not an element. I asked you what element you liked, yeah? Because pattern happens to be a principle, if you remember. Okay, so it's nearly time to go. I want to take a screenshot of everybody's work. So everybody must hold up their work like this, right? Just like this. That's it. Hold up your work, please, because I want to take a screenshot. Ready? Ariana, Moon, hold up your work.
Here.
1, 2, 3. Oh. Capture.
I draw the line and take two and form. It's very difficult to see it because I draw it by my pencil. You can see it on Zello.
Okay, yep. Now I'm going to copy.
No.
Oh. Good, everyone. Everyone did such an amazing job. Good job, everyone. Tina, that's fantastic. Beautiful. It's all right. Oh, come on. It's very laggy, isn't it?
Teacher,
Yeah.
has any of your art been to the gallery?
I have had an exhibition, but not in a very fancy gallery. No, not in the one in Victoria, for example, the Victoria Gallery, no. But I have had an exhibition before, you know, like I have exhibited my work.
Wow. Teacher, has you been to Vietnam? It's a very beautiful country.
No, but I definitely want to go. Will you come and say hello if I come to your country?
Yes, of course.
Oh, good. I want to go to Vietnam. I want to. My brother went last year or 2 years ago, and he said it was amazing. He loved the food, and everything about Vietnam. And my cousin is married to a Vietnamese girl, and they have a baby.
Wow.
They have a child who's half Vietnamese and half Greek,
Wow.
and his name is Archie. Achilles. Archie, that's his name. Yeah, he's a beautiful
Teacher,
boy.
but you have to go to Vietnam because it's a wonderful country.
Yeah, I would love to.
Maybe
Maybe Dorothy can take me to Vietnam one day because I don't speak the language.
in Vietnam it's very beautiful.
I'm sure. I've heard very many beautiful things about Vietnam. I'll talk to Dorothy. Maybe she can take me one day. All right, kids, that's the end of our lesson. I hope you have a good week and look out for the photocopies for next week, which will be our 10th week. Okay?
Okay.
All
Can
right.
you have teacher?
I've been to Singapore. Singapore's beautiful.
Teacher,
Yes.
can you take a photo of the picture, please, on Zalo?
Which one? This one?
No, it's the ones we learn next week.
Yeah, the photocopies. Yes, for sure. I'll post that on Zalo for you to take photocopies. All right, my darlings, my beautiful children, my little artists. Thank you for today. Everyone did such an amazing job. Please post your work on Zalo. Please, please, please. I want to see those. I want to see those amazing pictures. Okay? Because they come out better than on screen. All right, everyone. Have a good day. Have a good evening, or should I say good night? Have a good night.
Good
Bye.
night, teacher.
Next week.
Bye.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
See you next week.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
See ya. Bye, everyone.
Bye, teacher.